But
I
I don't know. This is on my other computer, so hopefully it'll broadcast okay. If it doesn't, it'll end short. I don't even know when everybody's starting. It's already 5:44 my time. When do they start?
not for hour 15
Oh, okay.
if he starts on time.
So the link's out there. Bob's out there. I seen. We'll see who jumps in.
But today I went to the range and I had my I posted a couple of pictures. I put in gun channels, maybe just didn't get over there yet.
No, no, we seen him.
Oh, okay. Um, of a squib load that I had my AR-15, and I was using Wolf Brass 223, in case anybody's curious. But I didn't notice any significant reduction in the recoil. But what I did notice is that all of a sudden, the next round did not want to go all the way into the chamber.
Well, you had a squib.
Yes.
It couldn't. How did it? How did it cycle?
Well, see, it was. I'm wondering if, or there was something wrong with the bullet. Now I have a bullet because I have a picture of it, which I posted to Instagram. You can see where the rifling tried to grab the bullet for like 32nd of an inch. You can kind of see those marks, but otherwise the bullet is virtually undamaged.
Oh, so you got the bullet out already?
Yes.
So what are all those pictures with the tape and stuff?
That's before I knocked it out. What I used is I used a wooden rod to go in from one end and as a depth gauge, and then I went and I marked it with a piece of tape and a little marker, and then I went from the other end in case I stacked them.
Oh, that's a good idea.
To mark the back end of it, so that I had approximately where it began and where it ended, because I didn't know if I stacked them so they were, I could have 3 bullets all mashed down to a very small area, or 1 bullet complete, which is what it ended up being. 1 complete bullet. And I mean, my web camera would not pick it up, but I have it here in my hand, and the bullet is in virtually perfect condition. I don't know if maybe it's an oversized bullet that got out of the factory.
Did you check your barrel really good for any kind of bulge or anything?
I do not have a borescope, but this is the only one that was
like
in there.
in the chamber. Have you seen Dano's picture? Like,
I haven't yet.
It's like right in the chamber. It's like the thickest part of the AR barrel. Like, there's no possible way. Like you couldn't fit probably enough C4 into a thing to make that part of the barrel bulge.
Yeah, it's although it's an M4 profile, it's the very thickest part of the base that you screw into the receiver.
Yep.
At the first like 2.5 inches, and it got about halfway into where the rifling began, and when the rifling engaged is when it stopped.
So you're throwing away this rifle. That's a given. Are you going to sue the ammo manufacturer and the rifle manufacturer, or?
No, I hadn't planned on it, but boy, you got all sorts of ideas there. But anyway, other than the wow factor of it, of what could have happened if it's actually a good thing that it stops when it did, because if it had gone another inch further and then stopped, it would have enabled me to put a live load behind it and fire it.
It almost sounds like you had an empty case, like just a primer. But I don't know how it would have cycled the next round.
I can tell you that I got a hell of a powder blast back. I mean, because it partially pushed the.
What did the case look like?
And released a lot of gas that way.
And it didn't split the case or punch out the primer or anything?
I could not find where I had put the case at that time, because I was trying to figure out what was wrong. It didn't click in my head immediately that it was a squib load. So I'm trying to figure what's wrong, and then I break down the upper, I pull out the bolt, I say, well, what the hell, I'll go ahead and look down the barrel, and all I see is black. I'm like, holy shit, I got a squib load.
And you got lucky.
I'm thinking just from the safety aspect is thank God I didn't get another round in there.
Yep, you got lucky.
But it had, it may not have had a full powder charge, but it had powder in it because I felt the gases escaping. I'm left-handed, so my head is on that side.
It sounds like to me like it might have fired out a battery and a lot of the gas escaped out the side of the case or something.
Well, I mean that could have been a possibility as well. I mean, but it was a shocking experience because I've always expected to feel that difference in recoil, and I didn't. It felt like I assumed it was kind of operating like a dysfunctional blowback as far as why I did feel recoil. I mean, because I was actually trying to re-zero my AR. So I had, good cheek weld. I would have felt it on my face if all of a sudden I didn't feel anything.
Did you shoot the AR after you got the squib out?
I didn't get it out till I got home because I didn't have my rod with me. Yeah. So.
Well, count your stars. You should buy a lottery ticket because you really did get lucky. Usually in center fires.
I know. It took me. It was weighing heavily on my mind for about 15-20 minutes as to wow, and right behind me was my first aid kit. I always and this is why I always bring a first aid kit to me. I belong to an outdoor range. I'm mostly by myself because we each get our own outdoor range, and the next guy was probably about 800 feet down the road. And if I would have tore part of my face open.
That would be a good idea for a chat, like must-haves in your first aid kit for the range, a chat like that.
I have pressure dressings, and I have also, I have things for puncture wounds, severe puncture wounds, things for severe lacerations. I have things for severe burns. But it's difficult when you've blasted your face and you can't see what you're doing.
See, I don't even know what I have in my medical kits. I just have those kind of like buy them. They're already complete at Walmart. I have like an expensive one that costed me I think like $40 or $50 for my truck, and then I have a little tiny one that costed like $10 that I carry in my backpack. And I'm not even sure what's really in there other than Band-Aids.
Yeah, but I don't everything. So I have everything that except an extra pair of eyeballs in case they get damaged. And that's what could again because I'm left-handed and the way an AR ports its gas. And the bolt opening and where the gases could have come, it could have at least hit the side of my face.
Oh yeah.
And how am I flushing my eyes and doing that? Well, I can't see out of my one eye. I may be bleeding all over the place.
Most AR uppers that I've seen fire out a battery and destroyed always peel out right there on the right side of the upper where the ejection port door is. That's where they'll always peel out at. It's real common.
That's why it's critical for safety to have an ejection port cover. It's suicide to run a gun without one.
Oh yeah, I thought we established that last night. You didn't need those things.
That's why I said that.
Yeah, I don't know anyone. I've never used them.
Or forward assist. That was the other one I forgot. You don't need a forward
I can see the forward assist because that saves a lot of machining and stuff, but the dust cover is critical when you're going to be not shooting that gun most of the time, which is what most of us are doing.
I mean, and I can just imagine, the guys over in the Middle East when they're not out on patrol, engaged in a fight, and they're just, because the sand is everywhere.
Even inside the sand.
Dude, I always use my forward assist very close my dust cover.
Oh, you're a forward assist fan?
I mean, just habit. You have to in the military.
You're looking rather shaggy there.
Thank you. I take that as a compliment.
He's a rent-a-cop now, so he's got to get the mustache and everything on.
I mean, you're still in the Guard, aren't you?
I'm never was in the guard. The old guard, the new guard,
Stop playing games with me.
prison guard.
Not.
I'm in the reserves.
Yeah, dude.
Yes, thank you.
The big ass difference.
Not when you're getting shot at.
Shit.
100% all the time. Reservists are here for the country. Guard is selfish, just for their state.
No, bastards.
Yeah,
And they're
why
there for the
I-
money. They all get
Texas.
college money. The reserve, you're doing it for the love of your country.
Exactly.
You don't get shit.
But nah, man. I mean, yes, it's a habit, but I do like my forward assist. It's my press check. You know, tap it a couple times, make sure. Even though I know the bullet's seated, but still, you know, why not be extra cautious when you loading up, you know, that first mag about to, you know, shoot some targets downrange or you know whatever. You know what I mean? If I'm reloading, no, I don't use the forward assist. Not even on accident. It's it's a conscious thing. Cause that's the argument I hear about it. In a firefight, you know, you can't be, you know, that's like, I think it's, for me at least, it's a conscious decision for me actually using the forward assist and or closing the dust cover.
Yeah. It's
Well,
muscle.
without it, you're kind of screwed. You're basically turning your gun into a slingshot, and that's it. Because with the AK, you've got that charging handle. You're going to know immediate feedback if that charging handle isn't forward all the way. And if it isn't forward all the way, and it's just like a piece of rock or cotton candy or something, you can jam it forward because you're putting direct pressure on the bolt carrier. But with that AR, all you can do is pull a bolt carrier backwards.
Right.
You can't do crap going forwards without it.
Right. But I can still understand people, you know, not saying that you don't need it. Cause, you know,
Right, because you barely do
I don't
need it.
think you need it either, but I think if you have it, it's a good tool to use. You know?
I wonder if a lot of the people that say that are just very accustomed to either shooting in very clean environments or are just talking out of the top of their head.
Oh yeah, they've never had one get a weird issue.
Well, they've never like been shooting and peeked over and seen that the only problem is that round isn't, you know what I mean? The round isn't all the way in there. The bolt isn't seated, so they never hit the damn thing and, you know, kept shooting. You know, if you using military rifles, understand, because they're all old and beat up. You know what I mean? Basic, well, shit, period. Any fucking where you go, really. But they're all old and beat up. So, man, jam-o-matics all day. You know, and it's not, the round isn't seated. You know, motors are closed. So, tap it, good to go. You know? Just like, you know, it's out of battery. Just like with a handgun out of battery, you smack the back of the slide, right? It's the same thing. You know, if your AK's out of battery, you slap the charging handle. That's what the thing is there for. Just for if your gun is out of battery, that's what you use. Every other gun has a way to do it, and without that,
Without a reciprocating handle, you got no way to do it.
They're making a lot of side charging handle ARs. They're becoming pretty popular now.
It started out with the charging handle up underneath the handle. That's what the handle was all about. So what about if they brought it back up there and just made it an actual an actual charging handle that can go both ways. An actual charging handle.
fuck up some comments. Fuck up some comments. 100,000 for 100,000. Can you hear me?
Every word.
Hey, Stone Guy still here?
I'm a thug. I'm a thug. I'm a thug. Look,
Yeah, what's up?
I'm a thug.
Were you around when they invented Every Second Matters?
Who, me?
Yeah.
I don't know anybody.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Stone though.
You're talking about when you guys, when we originally came
Right.
up with that? Yeah.
Who all was around then?
Oh, yeah.
It was
Remember those chats?
it was me, you, Yankee, Cork,
He didn't say you. who was deciding on
You
this
mean
stuff?
in the chat or as part of gun members at that time?
Well, I would say that there had to be at least, I'm going to say, 20-something people chatting. It was a pretty lively time, so there was probably 20 people that I would say were active when we were coming up with that. Or
But-
am I wrong?
But that
was
pivotal
yeah,
chat,
weekly,
you only got
everyone
10 people in it.
No, there was no pivotal one. I mean, I don't know which one you want to call pivotal. It
Well,
was at
I mean,
least
like when
3
you guys came
chats
up
that
with the
made
name.
it. The name wasn't the first one. The first one, I think of the first one is when we came up with the idea, because originally I was thinking on Thursday for some reason, because that was my show, I think. And then it went to, it moved around, and then it became the second day of the month, and that's where we started getting the second thing. So I'm pretty sure that was the second or third meeting on the concept. But anyway, I'm just saying it wasn't 10 people. It had to be more than 10 people because the name itself came from somebody in the chat. Well, none of us came up with it. Whoever was in the room, it came from somebody in the chat.
Right.
So I'm just trying to remember, because we got these badges now, so it's going to put badges on whoever was around that was around back then still.
Oh, I know Marine was there, but he's not even around anymore. But
I
he
still
was,
gave him the badge or whatever.
okay.
So I got Marine, Yankee, Matt, Quark, me, Marco, DB, Cooper, Kirk, Edge, and Stone Guy. Were you around, Dano?
I know I was not in the one meeting where Yankee was going back and forth over the colors.
No, but you were around back then?
Oh, yeah.
Oh, okay.
That wasn't. Yeah, a lot of people.
But I mean,
Our core group was around like everybody.
Quark read the name out of the external chat, and then Yankee kept getting hung up over the name.
Yeah.
Well, and that was when
There was Tony, but he ain't
Artisan
on the
Tony.
channels anymore.
Artisan Tony and came
Yeah.
up with the logo.
That little thing. They were starting to. Man, every second matters. I shout that shit out all the time. Man. I tell people about that shit all the time.
Well, anyway, so we got these badges or whatever because we needed more badges. So I figured I'd make one for the originators. So anybody who's listening to this that ain't in here right now, and get all butthurt if you want, but I can't remember everybody all the time. That was a couple of years ago already. But let us know, and then we'll put the badge on there. Unless there's some dispute and somebody can forensically prove that you weren't around.
What was it? What it like goes like by your name or whatever on the website?
Uh-huh.
Oh, that's
Just
pretty
a way to let people, like we're going to have them for the lobby hosts and for people that run shows and whatever we can come up with. They don't cost nothing, so it's just a way to let people have some, ribbons or rank or whatever for all the battles they've
I
gone
would look
through
at
on
it as a
channels.
way of promoting or advertising Every Second Matters, because somebody's going to ask, well, what's that?
Well, I guess in a way it helps Every Second Matters for sure. But I'm pretty sure people that are hanging out on gun channels probably have a pretty good idea what it is already.
Reddit for guns.
So you got some Jerry curl going on in there, or what?
So I don't know. Before you had your operation from Dano to Justin, because Justin technically didn't help do nothing back then.
Yeah.
Who is Justin?
He's like Bruce Jenner can do it. I'm not doing a gender thing. I'm just doing a name thing.
Dano changed his name.
He had a logo
I
reconstructed.
thought Justin was like a random person y'all had. I didn't know that was Dano.
No. Off air, I'd be more than happy to
Hiding
talk
from
about
ex-wives
it.
or
On air,
something?
I'd rather not.
No, I'm just saying I didn't know you changed.
Well, put it in the side chat because I'm real curious why the hell you changed your name.
It's more typing than I really want to get involved with.
You can't do a short answer.
Type of skills just.
Well, it's going to be incomplete, and you're going to say, well, that's not going to make sense. Well, why the hell did...
I got you. EDI, that's kind of cool.
Everything is talked about on air, man.
Bam, 2 words.
I will talk about anything on air. I don't care.
Have you ever heard of DDI AKs?
They're what used to be Waffen Works, right?
Something like that.
They used to be Waffen Works. Is that the right one?
Devices industry or something.
Dude,
I don't know.
talk to the people from there. I thought. Somebody did.
I
Uh,
saw
I did a video about them.
I saw an advertisement just today. I'm trying to remember where the heck it
Maybe
was.
it was Lola that had an interview with them. Somebody did an
Well,
interview and talked for like
Pete-
an hour.
Somebody a lot more popular than her.
That P226 nut on Instagram posted a picture of them,
Right.
and they're really sweet looking rifles, but I just don't know if they're worth
They're
it.
with USA. You remember Waffen Works? I'm pretty sure that's the company that's Waffen Works now, except somebody else owns them, I think.
I want one of those Waffen Works 74s.
Hey, speaking of Instagram, next Tuesday's show is going to be another Instagram. We're going to get Concealed Carry Nation, and I heard Odlo Loader might show up, and then some of the other Instagrammers of fame. And we're going to have another Instagram strategy get-together, extravaganza.
You got a Twitter? Does Gun Channels have a Twitter? Do you got a Twitter?
Technically, yes, but I don't. Twitter is a bullshit social media.
They have this new thing called Periscope. It's kind of like a.
Yeah, I played with it a little bit.
Oh, okay.
Have you been using it?
I've been like watching on it. I posted like one little video.
I did like 2 or 3 to see what it was like, but it's
Recording
remember
my-
back in the days when we would be driving to shot or something, or the machine gun shoots, and we would turn on that quick video thing in the car. It's like that, except that it's worse because we can't type back. You
Right.
can get the chat comes up, like the text chat comes up over the video, which is awesome, but
Right.
there's no way for the video person who's making it to type back. All you can do is talk back.
All
And
right,
that just doesn't work sometimes.
This
did
was my
you look at
first-
Instagram today? Did
I'm
you
all
look
over
at Top Gun Instagram today?
Dude, where she's on that fucking boat?
Yes.
What the fuck, man? What the F?
That's what I'm talking about. Holy.
Seriously.
Rubbing one out for that later.
I got a feeling tonight's gonna be a good night.
Save your singing for when somebody's actually paying you.
Tonight's gonna be a way for you to sing.
I'm gonna go make me some dinner. I'll be right back.
It's raining men, hallelujah. Okay, so because when he greeted me the first time, I was like, "Who the hell is this Justin guy?"
I don't know if that was racism or sexism.
Hey, I resemble that remark.
But where Marco at? Where Franco at?
Without drinking. What other badges do we make? What other things of note deserve a badge?
He's nuts.
A D's Nuts badge?
Yes.
Is
Yeah.
it like, would it be like inappropriate to make a 9mm badge so that everybody that shoots 9mm has to wear a badge of? Like,
Oh, that
so
would
people
be
can
awesome.
How about-
distinction?
About the calibers they like, dude. You got.
I guess we could do a caliber badge.
You
That'd be
have
cool.
to do that. People's favorite caliber. Yes.
I would suggest maybe some sort of like gun expert or gunsmithing badge for people who have how-to videos on gun fixing or replacement of certain guns.
That's a great idea. We could do like a armorer's type of thing, and then
Yeah.
replace
Because in
them
that way,
with
if
the
I
treads.
see a guy who has that badge, I can say, oh, well, he obviously knows about SIGs or knows about this, or, you know,
Yeah, that's cool.
I can look up his videos, and yeah.
Right. Guys that do competition shooters, you can have like, you know.
Oh yeah, a reloading thing. Well, that's sort of like joining the
No.
channels, but that's a quicker way to figure out who's who, though. Yeah.
Right. Yeah, that's pretty cool, man. You guys are smart. Might have to tell you.
I'm just playing. I got some new software, and I'm trying to figure out a way to do something else, and it needed this badge system in order to work. So now I'm playing with the badge system just because I kind of had to.
Okay.
And its badges were like friendliest member, and like member who's the longest distance, and like just dumb. And I was like, okay, we're not gonna have these default ones. So I put in stuff like, what did I put in here?
Who would be our friendliest member? Nobody. Everybody gets in an argument.
We do kind of all, but there's got to be some people who's a good ambassador. probably Quark. He doesn't go around getting into fights with people too much.
No, he does.
So I made one for the staff, who are all the people that basically just help run things and do stuff and whatever. And I got the Every Second Matters originators, like we were just talking about. And then I did one for lobby hosts, because there's a bunch of people that host. And then people that do shows, because there's also people that do shows that never really run lobbies, like Matt. So, but that was just, I like the idea of doing the caliber thing, and that's definitely a good idea, doing the thing, or for the gunsmithing and that.
Yep.
Well, just like sometimes, you know, like I'll see a guy on here, then I find out after being around him for a while, I find out, oh, this guy's an AK-47 expert. How come I didn't ask him about so-and-so thing, or didn't check out his videos?
Yeah, there's this thing called networks. It was supposed to be like if you use this software for something else, like bicycle riding or whatever, like I would put in there, it's supposed to be the countries, like whatever the countries are. And I was like, well, I ain't making this thing for internationals, so fuck them. So I made it, I don't know, whenever you get into networks, like if you go into your personal settings or something, there's a networks area. And I made the networks, instead of being countries, they're like defensive carry, gun laws, hunting, NFA, pistols, reloading, stuff like that. So I did make those things so that people could basically find like-minded shooters. I just haven't really played with it enough to learn how to use them to recommend it to people, but maybe the badges could get just associated with anybody who joins those networks, maybe.
Hey, you should do one for like first responders, cops, military, stuff like that too. That'd be dope.
Well, that's a good idea. Yeah.
Like acknowledged service.
Yeah, exactly. And then the different services.
Yeah, that'd be pretty cool. So like retired, active, whatever, you know what I mean? That'd be dope.
See, freaking Mr. Wright saying that pretty soon they'll be loading 9mm guys into a train and taking them away. That's doomed to happen when you pick a caliber that's ineffective.
You know what?
You can't stop it.
That train's going to Funky Town. Because it's awesome. Everybody's
probably going to Europe, which will be good because the Europeans will fall over from a 9mm.
It's going to be the best train ever.
Hell yeah, it is.
Metric wheels on their regular size rails.
Didn't you see Matt's video? 9mm was the only thing that penetrated a flak jacket.
No, I refuse to watch that. That's crazy. That's where he took a flak jacket and shot stuff with it.
Yeah.
Yeah, but he didn't shoot like an FMJ 357 or a 40 or a lot of other.
Hey, did the 9mm go through or not?
Oh no, it definitely. Dude, I've seen a 9mm out penetrate 357s and 44s and phone books, so I know it. The penetration's great.
Not all of us are members of the Flat Earth Society.
When's the last time anybody used flak jackets? Are you planning on going back in time to the Vietnam War?
Comment on his very first video about that exact same thing. It's like they were designed for flak, not for bullets.
You know what's bad is that he fucking ruined what was a perfectly good flak jacket.
That's the thing. I'm like, those flak jackets are cool as shit. I used to trick or treat in those things and just hang out in it. They were awesome. They were like the best ever.
Yeah.
You walk outside with them, you instantly turn into a terrorist, and they're locking you up.
Oh, you getting all negative now.
No, that's what I'm saying. They turned it bad, man.
Speaking of that, I'm going to go check to see if my vest shipped yet.
Yeah, you can't even have a fishing vest with like your collection of hot dogs displayed out front anymore.
Track package.
So have we talked about how this motherfucker's like how long do you think we're in nuclear war with Iran? I give it 10 years.
Wait a minute.
How about a round of applause for Chapo?
If they make a bunch of nukes, Stone Guy, there's nothing to worry about because they'll have some splaining to do.
Oh, sure. That's right.
I can't believe the President of the United States in a freaking international, or a, what do I call it, a news thing about an international policy used the term, they'll have some splaining to do.
He said that?
He fucking said, they'll have some splaining to do. Like, that way of spelling splaining. Like, what the fuck? That was the president. And he wasn't joking. I mean, he was joking, but it was like a real press conference.
How do you private message someone on Instagram.
On
You gotta-
Instagram, it's in the
the
front
box on
somewhere.
the top
I always
right.
do it accidentally.
It's a box on the top right.
Top right.
But you got to be on the left page first.
Yeah, you got to be on your little home page.
Oh, you got to be on your home page?
Yeah.
Well, the page that you would normally look
Yeah,
at
your
stuff.
house. The one, yeah, the little house. Yeah. That's what I call it.
Oh, okay. Hold on.
Yeah, after you take the picture too, it gives you an option to send it direct or public. To where if you want to send it direct to somebody, or if you want to, post it on your public profile.
I never knew that. I got this. Hey, G-Wells, I got this thing where I can like retweet people's pictures, like straight on Instagram, but it just like steals the picture. It doesn't like put the little thing how y'all do it with the gun channels page. It doesn't.
Right,
put,
it
like,
just takes
on
a
the side
picture.
and stuff. It just like steals the picture and posts it for you. I'm like, what? I don't want to steal it.
There's a bunch like that, and they don't put nothing on the picture or nothing. It's just like.
Well, mine is like
That's how I repost. Is I just screenshot.
I don't have to exit the app for it. It's like an extra button. Let me show you.
That's pretty cool.
Pretty dope. It's like a little.
I wouldn't mind using that on my own because I like taking, like I did today. I just take
Like a little
pictures from
button. A
70
button.
weeks ago and repost them.
See my little. See it? See the buttons?
Yeah, that's pretty cool. That's part of Instagram then?
Yeah, no, well, I got a jailbroken iPhone, so I can do all kinds of stuff. But if you go through the thing, I got the little. I can just hit the button.
Talented. That's how you get it done.
I didn't mean to do that, but I can hit the button. It'll go straight to the picture or whatever. So you click it, and I can post it like that. So.
All right, I have a very simple Instagram question. I realize it's not a gun question, but that's never stopped us from not talking about guns for a few minutes before. Is there an easier way other than hand keying every hashtag in existence into a picture?
Yes, if you've written them before, it has a recent. So if you hit the pound symbol, your recents should pop up. I am looking a bit rough too.
Okay, because I've hit the pound symbol and like gun channels will show up there, and either.
Well, it's got that, but then you got an Android, right? Instead of a stupid phone. So then that little speaker thing so you can talk into it instead of typing.
Uh huh.
Hold that down. Don't hit it. Like don't tap it. Hold that down.
And don't call it a pound symbol.
But that's not a pound. That's just a little microphone or something. And then when that brings a menu up, right?
Okay.
I'm trying to get to mine. So when that brings the little menu up, it's the one that looks like a office building with one open window, and it's between the sun and the letter T.
Could they make this more cryptic?
Yeah, I know. It's just because it's international. So anyway, that's your clipboard, and then you'll have like a dozen or more, maybe 2 dozen of your recent copies, things that you've copied to the clipboard.
Oh, he has a copy of it to him first, though.
Well, yeah, you do need to copy them first. So when you go to type something, type in a bunch of hashtags, and then copy all that, select all and copy. And then the next time you won't have to type them again. The next time they'll be there as a copy in your clipboard.
Or just copy and paste to a notepad.
Yeah, that's what I usually do, copy and paste to notes.
That's what, yeah. That's
You
exactly
don't have
what I
to paste,
do.
though. All you got to do is copy, and it's there. But yeah.
Oh, okay. So I could just use the copy. Type
Well,
them in.
the thing is, you can copy, and it'll retain your last 24 things that you've copied in your clipboard, and that's how you access it through that little microphone. So then, boom, you can just throw a bunch of hashtags down easily.
Okay. My timer just went off. I got to be back. I'm cooking dinner.
Damn, I'm trying to cooking dinner about check.
Gert, young, what's up with that hairline though, young?
Fuck you, fat boy.
You supposed to be a dad, not a granddad.
Oh, shit. Oh, man, did you guys see Dan Bilzerian? Fucking, his Instagram, right? He must have had I don't know, a dozen or more of those $1,000 drone deals, and he was just blasting them out of the sky. Dan Balzerian said he was shooting drones just because it was Thursday or whatever.
Hey, Stone Guy, you want to hear a cool story? So we had a new gun shop open up about a little over a year ago in my area, and so whatever. So like after going in there checking them out, and like I actually waited to go check them out, but I met someone who was like like a weekend worker there, kind of like a friend of a friend who like just works there like on the weekends, and I met him at like a little kid's birthday party, and so my friend introduced him. He's like, yo, this guy, he's a shooter too, blah blah blah. So me and him really hit it off. So I went up there to go see him one day, but it was during the week, and I forgot he didn't work during the week. And I was like, yeah, like I met, I can't remember his name because now I haven't seen him in a while. But I don't know, let's call him Charlie or whatever. Like, hey, like like I know Charlie, and I'm like, hey, what what I'm saying? Like, what's up? Started talking to the owners or whatever. And the shop was empty at the time. It was the middle of the day, and they were like, hey, bro, you want to see something cool? I'm like, yeah. And they bring out this big just 8 by 10, 11 picture, piece of paper with someone's license blown up, full size, to the full size of the picture. And they unfold it, and they're like, you know who this is? And it's a copy of Dan Blitzerian's Nevada driver's license. So, and the story is that his fucking lawyer is based out of, like, my county, and Dan Blitzerian just sends him guns. Like, here, shoot this for a week and send it back.
Nice.
That's pretty cool.
So, I've actually seen his license.
That's not legal.
To show somebody their license?
Just send somebody guns out of state.
Well, no, because they're actually going through the full transfer. It's an FFL shop. So he's actually FFLing them the gun for like a month at a time.
I got you. Thought you mentioned some friend you.
Nah. This was at the gun shop.
That's crazy, man. Yeah, I just can't. I mean, think about it. That dude went out and shot up like $15,000 worth of drones.
I wish I could.
Just because he can.
I would honestly rather buy another Class 3 weapon than to shoot up the drones.
Well, he had a M60 that he was shooting him with, and a really sweet shotgun with a suppressor on it. And of course, it was like 3 naked chicks out there shooting with him, so that's always a plus.
So G-Webs, I was going to ask you, like speaking of shotgun suppressors, do you know of anybody other than that one manufacturer? Has anyone else come out with a with a 12-gauge suppressor? Because like like that one company came out, and I haven't seen anyone copy them yet.
Silencer Co. No.
Yeah.
Yeah, Silencer Co. That's it.
Yeah, but I mean, like I'm surprised because you figure like once someone came out with it, someone would like re-engineer or de-engineer it and then build it up themselves.
They would at least reverse or
Well, I thought
something.
Ackles Defense and Red Jacket had one too.
They don't count.
That thing is so massively huge. You would think.
Oh yeah, it does have one. Yeah.
But it's popular as shit. It's selling. I see it a lot.
It's selling because that's the only thing available. I think.
No, not the one from Red Jacket. We don't know if that one's selling. That guy from Red Jacket wasn't it? Sam or Bill or something.
Hey, Gurk, seriously, going off your head?
Like
Hey.
That futuristic shotgun with like 2 fucking magazine tubes on it.
Hey, I heard the chat about a week ago when G-Webs posted that picture. Dude, I talked about that shit when it came out at SHOT Show all day, and I can't believe nobody remember.
The TB12. Yeah, I've got pictures of it from NRA, and no one thought it was great. And then G-Webs posted it, and it gets reposted by that.
The DB12, what's that?
That's a double barrel, double pump, so it's 2 barrels and 2 magazine tubes.
Fuck that guy.
But that's just a what do you call like a random happen chance type of thing, just it was the right day and the right time, and all the people wanted to see that for whatever reason, or it was the color behind it or something.
Can you imagine putting 2 silencer codes on that shit? Awesome.
Lame.
That guy's sweet. I want them to make a suppressor like the one from No Country for Old Men, and I wanted to sound the same too.
What you want is for your curls to cover up more of that bald spot you got.
I want you to get on your knees and show me what that mouth do.
Nah,
So-
get the fuck out of here.
Oh, I just came up with a new badge.
Oh,
Hey, Girk, I'm gonna be out in your neighborhood next Friday.
you gonna come through? Fuck no.
You can suck my dick then.
Probably after the show. I mean, like, unless you're gonna go to the show, I'll probably swing by afterwards.
Yeah, I'm definitely going to the show. Always going to the show.
Well, I'm going to the show on Friday.
I'm
What
going to
show
the-
are y'all going to?
Shopping spree.
The biggest gun show on the East Coast.
Okay. You say that as if from like 1,500 miles away. I'm supposed to know that.
Well, that's why.
I knew what he was talking about.
Mhm.
That's why the question wasn't directed to you.
Ooh, he told you.
Justin's getting angry.
Not even. You know what's funny? Daniel probably got more hair than Girk now.
Probably do.
I got a haircut today.
Coming for me, dog.
But still, I mean, Girk's bald spot's getting pretty serious.
Hey, look, you gonna stop coming for me, dog? Swear. Just because you a Mexican and you was born with hair on your damn head, born with hair on your face.
Well, the good thing about being black, though, you can just shave your head bald and it looks normal.
Oh, damn.
That got nothing to do with it.
Yeah, I don't. That was racist. I take it.
No, there ain't no bald white people.
Not as many. I didn't mean it like to be, you know what I mean? Like,
And it was.
Just imagine Patrick Stewart with hair.
It all
I think
depends.
it's just the person. Some people like don't even think about it, so then you don't notice them being bald, and then some people are all worried about it, and then they're the ones that look uncomfortable when they're bald.
I think it has to do with the shape of your head and how many like wrinkles, like you actually have on like the back of your head and on your forehead.
Nah,
top of
I
your
think what it is, if you met somebody and they was already bald, it's normal. But if I shaved all my head, I would look
yeah,
weird.
exactly.
That's
All
probably
right,
what it is,
Kirk, I
yeah.
got a question for you. Your gun runs dry. If you took your hand and ran it through your hair, could you lube it?
No,
Oh, now that's racist.
No, it's a hair care product question.
I mean, it just depends. Like if you rock shit in your hair.
water, Daniel. I don't use a product.
I
We're
mean,
talking
there are
about a
white
new
guys that
firearm
use
accessory.
product in their hair stone. Maybe you haven't figured that out yet, but
Hey,
Well, no product. I put grease sometimes, like if my hair is low, kind of like get them waves going.
I was
but
thinking about putting some product in my beard.
It's just water. My hair curls up when it gets wet. I just
hey,
dump water in my hair.
Girk. Hey, Girk. That's why you keep a ratchet chick by your side who rocks hair food in her hair. And be straight.
Yeah,
no,
what?
gee, I
You
never
probably could
imagined
use hair food as lube though. Seriously.
What the fuck is hair?
You don't know what hair food is?
No, I'm black. I ain't a Mexican.
That's exactly what hair food is for. That's exactly what hair food is
Why are
for.
you using it?
Go ask your girl what hair food is.
Why you talking? What's going on here?
What is it?
Yeah,
Hair food is it's a product like that actually like helps you grow your hair. Specifically used in the African American community, like a lot, specifically like black females use it a lot. It's kind of like a brown. It's kind of like a brown gel paste. Comes in a tub that looks like gel with a green top on it, kind of like a turquoise top. I'm surprised.
Never heard.
That's surprising to me. Seriously, hair food. Get on it.
Never
It's
heard.
not, it's not going to help you though. Obviously, you're past that point.
Ah, fuck, motherfucker. I'm good, yo. My hair.
Oh, they changed the packaging.
Yo, my hair is not falling out. It just looks like that on camera.
It's just running away.
Yeah, it is. It's cool. I'm about to cut this shit tomorrow. I meant Friday.
So now we have hashtags on the main page. So if somebody types something, they can give it a couple of hashtags, and that'll allow us to not
Really?
lose everything on the front page. So if you start typing, like, let's say you post a picture of 30s on everything, and you hashtag it 30s on everything on gun channels, then somebody can come along and click on the 30s on everything hashtag and see everything that people have posted, so that you don't have to know where it is and go find their member profile or something like that. At least
Well,
that's the way it should work.
Well, quick question. Well, I guess I can figure this out myself. But if someone went to, let's say, like the homepage, they went up to the search tab and they typed in hashtag 30s on everything, is that going to take them to all
Let's
the
see.
pictures?
Okay, I didn't know that.
I was about to do that.
It takes them to the channel, for sure. We don't have any hashtags in yet, so I'm not sure if it'll search the hashtags or not.
Hey, Stone Guy, did you
It's
order
a
your
feed-
gun channel? Did you order your gun channel's PvP patch?
No, I didn't. I don't know anything about those.
Those will not be available for anybody who didn't order them, pretty much.
Exactly.
What are they?
Oh well.
Just the gun channels patch in PVC instead of fabric.
So,
Oh.
Stone Guy, I got a proposition for you. Stone Guy, I got a proposition.
Yeah, I got you.
How
Probably
many?
that dick suck proposition he gave Dirk earlier.
How many original Gen 1 gun channel patches do you have?
Dude, you're going to try to find out who has them all? Because somebody has them all. I need a few.
Exactly.
I have a shit ton of them.
I've got
I know Ralph was handing them out like freaking water back in the day.
Yeah, and I caught them late. I caught my one that I got late.
I got like 6 and I gave away 4.
yeah, I've got 3.
Sloppy.
I think I
Dirk,
got,
how many you got?
let me look. Hold up. I got my bag of patches.
That's what I have. I
You
literally
have that
them
many
in, like,
gun channels patches?
No, this is like all my patches. A lot of them are our patches.
Hey, I mean, Dirk.
Most of them are our patches.
Hey, Dirk, like, did I tell you I got one like them Gotham patches?
Oh yeah.
Welding on it?
Tell me that. I didn't get one. Where did you get it from?
Hey, Marco, I got a quick question for you.
I want one of them tickets to Valhalla.
Go ahead, Dano.
I posted 3 pictures to Instagram today, but they were all related to each other. Did you just post 1 or 2, or did you post all 3?
I would probably post just one, and I probably haven't gotten to what you posted today, depending what time you posted it
I
today.
got the big giant gun channels patches.
Yeah, not the giant one.
I got 3 right here, and I think I got like one on a vest, one on a hat.
Since I know the PVC ones are going to be super rare,
I got like 5 or 6.
well,
Why
like,
would
what,
you
Gen
only
1?
post 1?
Huh?
Because I'm trying to keep the feed scrolling, so, I mean, like, I'm going to give you 3, like, similar pictures, just different angles, same gun. I'm only going to pick the best one and just keep it going.
What you talking about?
Well, it's of a process. It was I just scribbled it today.
Well, I mean, like, I'm not there to tell your story. I'm there to post gun pictures.
Well, I understand that, but it says, part 1 of 3.
Well, dude, don't even worry about it. That's a massive anchor that entices someone who's interested in the story to go figure out what the other 2 parts are. That's
true.
exactly how it's supposed to work. Like he's saying, he's not there to duplicate everything we do. He's there to sample what we're doing.
So, I mean, all right, so if anything, so in that case, it's a good thing, like, you told me that, Dano. So if I see one that, like, exemplifies your squib load the best, or that shows a squib load the best, then that's the one I'm going to repost.
Oh, because people can't see the inside of a barrel?
Well, then, I mean, I'm, like, my fault you didn't take out the barrel.
Yeah,
and take a picture
if they
of-
would if you took a hacksaw to it and cut that section of the barrel open. That would have been impressive.
You probably gonna need to do
Bunch
that
of likes.
anyway. Make sure you didn't fuck up your rifling now.
No, he didn't. He already got it out. It was just right in the chamber, so there's no way it could have like.
But unless you get to picture 3, you'll never know that.
I just spoiled it. I told him.
The only thing I do find discouraging about Instagram is how it's hard for users to not hard, but it takes a couple extra steps for them to find out the title.
There is no
Title
title.
to it.
What do you mean the title?
Well, let's say if you want to add something to what may not be obvious in the picture, so you're sure the audience understands what's going on.
That's actually easy. So what you do is you make it like, for example, like yours would be squib load, Glock 19 or something like that, right?
Yeah.
You would physically write that and then put a bunch of hashtags after it. So it's like 5 or 6 words tops in actual black font, and then everything else is going to be blue hashtags after it. So that's like your title, like just like your caption itself. The original, I don't know, like short one-liner is going to be it. I mean, you can't make a title too long, but that's about. I mean, and that's right beneath the picture. But honestly, the thing about Instagram is the people that are on Instagram don't look at what's written underneath that much.
Right.
And that has nothing to do with Instagram itself. That just has to do with the user as far as what they're looking for.
Because it has to do with the media. The media isn't there to study. It's not there to learn. It's there to spend a little time.
But why bother with titles at all? Then why not just have a line for
That's why there is no title line. That's why there's just a comment or just like
there is a subject line.
There's an area for line for information.
When you make the picture on Instagram, that caption thing, and when it goes in, it looks like that's the caption under your picture. It's not a comment. You know what I mean? So it's there because if you want to promote something, or if you have whatever picture of like new Glocks from this store, whatever's for you to promote or put.
I'm not talking about paragraphs. I'm just talking about a clause.
But even still, like a couple words. You know what I mean? People put whole fucking novels.
Think about it. Like, there's a place for you to put it. It's directly underneath the picture. The problem is that the users that are on Instagram don't give a shit about that. Some do, but very few do. So it's not that they don't give you a place to put it or that you don't have a logical place to put it. It's that the people that are scrolling through your pictures don't want it or don't care about it.
Right. Yeah, he's all right because I don't read them shit.
I mean, most of the time it doesn't matter, so I don't put anything there. But like as an example with the squib load, I kind of make the assumption that most people thought they were probably reloads. But they're not, so I put in the brand name of the ammunition I was using, so they would know. Oh, okay.
Hold on. So Instagram is one app on your phone which is connected to that big social media, and we all know how it works with the picture and the description. Marco is 100% correct that people that use Instagram aren't really reading it so much. You can add stuff there and whatever to help with it, but that's mostly for your own interest. Or maybe for a very few people who are going to end up seeing it compared to the number of people that are going to see it, very little. But that's if you just think of Instagram by itself. Now, we all know we're shoving Instagram over on gun channels, for example. There's two different places on the main Instagram feed for this whole place, right? Because if you tag it as gun channels, it's just going to show up on the main page, and that's more of a stream like you're talking about, or like Marco's talking about, where people are just going to see whatever's current. It's going to scroll past, and they're not really looking to that as an archive of information. But it's also going to show up if you've hooked up your channel, your own member page on Gun Channels to hook up to Instagram, which you can do, and then it'll display all your Instagram pictures right on your Gun Channels page. Well, the idea there is that if you put those 3 pictures there for a reason and you put a description in Instagram, well, they're showing up on Gun Channels, but they're showing up on Gun Channels in a way that you wanted them to do, right? In a 3-part series that describes the situation, very much like a blog would do, except in a different way. So even though you're using Instagram as the method, the medium is now Gun Channels, right? And this, I'm only using Gun Channels as an example because we're all used to it, but think about all the other people out there with their own projects. For example, Concealed Carry Nation, he has a website that he built up that he filters all of his Instagram pictures to show on his website. And he has people that go to his website so that they don't have to go to Instagram, so that they can just go to his website and see cool pictures every day. And I'm using him as an example because we all know who he is, but there's other people that use the Instagram feeds to fill up their own projects for whatever they're doing. So it's very possible that the time you spend on Instagram is going to go to waste on Instagram, but on those extra, like next down the road when they reuse these Instagram feeds or get more bang out of them, that's where it's going to give you more mileage. And that's why having a couple of tags in there like Gun Channels is so, we appreciate that so much, because then as it goes over to Facebook and then that gets taken over to Twitter and then that gets taken over to who knows where in front of people that are hopefully interested in the subject, hopefully that tag goes along with it and people know about Gun Channels. So if they're trying to get your story across, hopefully it didn't go to waste, that other people will see that in those other ways.
Hey, Daniel, also, I would also suggest, so for example, like if you put, I'm sorry, Dirk, but like if you put, like, for example, like, you know, the manufacturer's name in black text prior to hashtags, I would always hashtag a manufacturer, and I would always @ the manufacturer. And it's a lot easier if you follow the manufacturer first and then add them, because it will kind of auto-spell it for you. And that's simply because, you know what I'm saying, like if they saw a squib load on you, they might actually, I mean, like how many times have you heard, oh, I complained about this person on Twitter or on Instagram, and the actual brand itself reached out to me and try to, you know, make up for it or whatever. Like customer service, a lot of times it reaches out through social media. So, I mean, not to say that, you know what I'm saying, I don't know what your skip load situation was, but, I mean, like if you're trying to call attention to it, obviously write it in black because, because that's your title, but then afterwards you definitely want to hashtag the manufacturer and, at and hashtag the manufacturer.
Okay, what does the @ symbol? What does it do differently than the hash?
It says it to them. It notifies them that you.
Yeah.
A specific person.
It's an alert, so it tells them in their messages. Like when somebody @ Dano right now, you'll get a message that said somebody did something to you. Where if you do a hashtag, that just goes into the community pile to be indexed with that hashtag or that
So,
tag.
as an example, the ammunition say was Wolf Gold. If I just put in Wolf, there's a lot of companies that start with the word Wolf.
Yeah, but you would actually find their actual Instagram page, and you would at their actual Instagram page, and then it actually sends that notification to them. So when they click on it, it goes straight to your picture.
When you're adding someone, like you're not adding like, you know, just the word wolf. Like, you know, like for example, like when you hashtag gun channels, that's just a word that's very broad. But when you @ gun channels, you're actually sending a message to my account. I may not be able to see it because I get so many likes and ats that it goes by super fast for me, but it's a direct notification to that account. So the difference between a hashtag and an @ is that the hashtag is just a word that's used very broadly, kind of like slang. And when you actually @ somebody and you use the proper @ and their account name, the proper account name, that's why I said following them is a little. I have followed people, added them, and then unfollowed them just so I can spell like their actual account name correctly because they'll have underscores in between and a bunch of other things like, you know, that just make it hard to spell.
Right.
I'll do that and then just instantly unfollow them just so it makes it easier for me to @ them because then it goes directly as a notification to their account.
So would you suggest pound signing or adding gun channels?
For me to find you and repost you, pound signing.
Okay, because that's what I've been doing. All right.
Yeah.
All right.
Did they reach?
I'm done with gun channels. I know some of you guys want to change over to your preferred chat for the night.
So go ahead. So Dano, so like look at your phone and I just added you in just some random picture that I reposted, and you'll see that you actually have a notification and it's your full account name. I mean, like yours is kind of easy because I know you're just Dano and GC at the end.
Right.
But if you find somebody with a funny name that has underscores in between and they spelled it with a silent X, and you know what I'm saying, it might just be easier just to follow them, then write their name, and then I don't know, unfollow them if you want. It's up to you.
Right. Okay. Well, thanks. I appreciate the information.
Hey, Marco, you fucking with this Periscope?
Georgetown? Nah, I'm not on Twitter.
You like that new Fatro CD?
It's good.
I tried using it, but it only tells the people that happen to be on Twitter at the time that you're there, and then it's just the people on Twitter, and I never really...
But it's the thing, though. If they're actually on the app, then they can have like a map for like the region, whatever that you're in, and it'll actually like if they can click. Like if you're in there, it'll have a little circle in Arizona, whatever. I click it, and it's gonna be one of yours. You know what I mean?
Hey, yo, that hat does not help you, bro.
Yo, fuck you, Marco.
So, G, I know you're going over to Matt's channel, or his chat, excuse me. What do you know what topic he's doing?
I'm already in his channel, or his chat, but I have no idea what the topic is. Probably something with guns or something.
No, not all of us are privy. I thought, was he listed in the schedule? Because I thought I saw Stone Guy for Thursday. I didn't remember seeing Matt.
He is on Thursday. Today's Wednesday, though, at least where I live.
Well, maybe that's part of the problem. I looked at the wrong day. Where the hell am I?
That's the first time Dano's ever been ahead of anything in life.
It's fucked up.
That was pretty funny.
Hey Marco, you got a Twitter yet?
No, I do. I just told you I don't Twitter.
Oh,
I had to
you're
make
right.
one. For
He is.
Facebook.
I was
I
looking
had
at
to
the wrong
delete
day. You know, if I didn't do this all the time, I'd say I feel stupid. Except I just feel normal.
Oh, stupid is normal for you?
Nah, but you being ahead of something is not normal.
You know. You know. I gotta take care. I gotta take care of some personal biz here, so I'll be back on in a little bit. But you guys have a good one. If I don't happen to catch you later.
We're gonna play music and everything.
Yep, you do that, and I'm not the host of this chat anyway.
Damn.
But Marco, thanks for the info again. I realize it's painful with us oldies trying to do all that new technology, but I appreciate it.
Nah, Daniel, like you know, I got you. I'll always try to explain things well to you.
Yep, you do. All right, we'll catch y'all later. Bye.
Bye. Hey, Girk, so what you trying to get this show, young? What you looking for? What you need? What you need?
I'm buying. Oh shit, that's low. I'm buying I wanted one of them. I wanted a pair of Ordnance 1911, man.
What?
Yeah,
Are
I
you
want the
looking
little
for a
small-
Canadian?
I
One
want
of the Canadian ones?
I want the fucking small one with the fucking
The Warthog?
What's that? Like the commander
Warhol.
size or
It
whatever?
has a full length frame with like the small like slide.
All right. So the full length grip, short slide,
Yeah, I want that one. It's called an executive.
kind of like your face,
Oh, the expert carry.
kind of like your face and your hairline.
Yeah, exactly.
Face, short hairline.
Exactly.
Are you looking to get a used Canadian one or one of the newer American ones?
I don't care. Whichever one
What?
is cheap.
Well, the new American ones are cheap, but the new American ones have problems. Lots of people have reported tons of issues with the Paris. The Canadian runs run pretty flawless, though.
But I mean, I doubt. I mean, whatever's there, I'm gonna get.
Girk don't care if it works. He just want it.
I fixed it. I had good luck with guns. Like I've never bought a gun. I've never had a problem with any gun. Ever.
Hello.
If there's a problem, I get it fixed anyway. You know? But thanks for the info. You know. Damn, this shit is low, man. This shit is like, yo, you vaping, Marco? What's up?
Fuck yeah. I've been on the jack mode for like 3 months, young.
Yo, you gotta motherfucking fuck with this snap. This snap.
Dude, you're on the wrong camera, you schmuck.
Yeah, I'm on 2 cameras. I got my Periscope running, yo.
Hey, what was I gonna tell you? You get that you know what I was thinking about trying was Stitch's mom's is vape flavor, cause Stitch's mom's got a fucking vape shop.
The fuck is that?
Stitch's, nigga.
I mean, what's the flavor, motherfucker?
Oh, fruit by the fruit. Was it
Fruit of the Loom?
by the fruit or I mean like it's supposed to be fruit by the foot or whatever, or loot by the. I mean like you know obviously you know like they have to call it something different. But what it is exactly, I don't know.
Right. Yeah, this Snapple shit though on point.
Really? So it's Snapple like that, like iced tea?
Yeah, but it's not the company. But this is
Obviously.
yeah.
But is it like but
Called
it's like a wax? I guarantee you. I guarantee you. Like I knew it. I knew it was gonna be a whack flavor like peach. I knew it was gonna be a whack flavor like peach.
Awesome though. Son.
No, I want like lemon iced tea or some shit like you know what I'm saying. Not no peach iced tea. Peach iced tea is the worst. Raspberry iced tea, awesome. Peach iced tea, doo doo. Who the fuck wants peach?
That's their flavor, dog. That's like one of the originals.
It is, but so is raspberry, and raspberry is way better than peach.
I like that green tea with ginseng and honey from Arizona. The ginseng and honey green tea.
I like all berry. Well, see, like since I'm like South American, like we actually drink a lot of tea, and I like any berry tea, any wild berry tea. Like, dude, I seriously spend money on tea. Like, I'll spend $10 for like 20 tea bags. You know what I'm saying? Like I could like gourmet.
Do you make like sun tea or hot tea or like what kind of tea?
And a whole bunch of sugar.
Nah, see, no sugar for me. Like I'll drink it straight, no sugar. Like I actually appreciate tea for what it is.
Do you make your own sun tea? and stuff.
No, I don't do shit like that.
That's what I do. Is I make my own sun tea.
What the hell is sun tea?
You just they have these sun tea jars. It's a great big mason jar basically, and you throw a bunch of tea bags and leave it out in the sun all day long. Come home that night, pull it out, and put it in the fridge. You have nice, good tasting iced tea. It like cooks in the sun.
Oh, okay. I mean, what's the difference other than just like boiling the bag?
I think maybe just the taste. I don't know. It tastes great. I like it better than when like you boil it in the bags and you know.
Hey, Gurk, are you hosting?
Hell no, I think Will's hosting. You know?
Will, are you hosting or was
I don't
Gunshot
think.
hosting?
I'm not hosting.
We're live at I'm damn sure now.
This shit might die soon, man.
Maybe you don't need a host for it to stay live no more. Maybe they updated this piece of shit.
Who knows?
What's been going on, man? I ain't heard from you in a minute, yo. You don't hit nobody's phone no more. Nothing.
Dude, I'm working, young. I actually got 9 to 6er now, young. Go ahead.
Huh?
Got a 9 to 6er now, young.
You ain't come to the goddamn the baby joint or nothing, dog.
I told you, man. I told you I couldn't because I was working, and plus I'm waiting till after the baby's born so I can find out whether it's a boy or girl, and then I'll get it a gift because I don't want to know until after it's born.
Boy, you already put that out there.
Oh, you're a fuckhead.
I've been talking about that shit.
Why'd you tell me, young? Go ahead. I hate knowing what people are gonna have. I honestly think that's one of the greatest joys that humankind has that science has ruined.
Oh, okay.
Like, you know what I'm saying? Like that's one of the greatest joys and surprises that we as human beings have, and we have destroyed it with fucking science.
I feel you.
I would never want to know what I'm having, ever.
Want to be surprised?
Yeah, dogs, it's. I mean, like, you know, like obviously having a child is one of the greatest gifts you can get, and just, I mean, figuring it out early is kind of, I don't know, that's so
You already
lame.
know what you gonna have. A Mexican.
With better hair than you.
Probably. I hope so, motherfucker. Shit.
I hope your boy don't got your hairline. All right, bet. So now I know. So now I can get you something. I get paid on Friday.
Your hairline one day, you Latin American bitch.
When I'm like 80, I'm gonna have your hairline that you got now.
Yeah, no, Mexicans don't go bald, motherfucker. Your boy Chapo Guzman got out.
He's out there, young.
He winning, young. He is winning. Like
He is winning.
Man, what? They
Chapo.
really.
Hey, all right.